Today's video is sponsored by myself and my webshop hsMVY.shop. Please go check it out. The new website is now live and we're constantly adding new products to get you a better shopping experience and the best possible tools and materials for your hobby needs. Today's video has been sponsored by Chi2Box. All the 3D printing for this project will be done with the Elegoo Mars 5 Ultra. After selecting the printer in Chi2Box to get the correct settings, I decided to change a couple of settings here and there, lower the layer height, make them a lot thinner and pretty much invisible. Also changed a couple of settings for the curing time, as 2.5 seconds is quite long, and I found out that on the Mars 5 Ultra the resin sticks to the build plate incredibly well, a bit too well and kind of permanently, so I decided to lower the first initial layer curing time, which usually is a bit longer, and I found out that about 5 seconds is really more than enough for the resin and this printer for the parts not to weld together. I have spoken about this a bit earlier during the unboxing and maybe the first episode on the RS7 build. The standard wheels that come with the Alpha model kit are not really to my liking, so I decided to upgrade them. And luckily PixelSun has made some 3D files. I will be leaving a link in the description to his Cult 3D page. These were then loaded into Chi2Box. I just looked around the file, looked totally fine, and then added the automated support system, which saves a lot of time and supports it in exactly the places that you want. After checking them over with no unnecessary supports, I could easily copy it to 4, as I need 4 wheels for the car, do some auto layout, make sure that they fit within the printing parameters, and also some short repairs if necessary, and then slice the file. If you're interested in 3D printing and need a slicer, be sure to check out Chi2Box. At the moment they have the Pro version, the 2.0, open for alpha, and it is available on the Chi2Box website, and also you can download the basic version, version 2.2, which is also open for download at the moment, and I have a special discount code in the link description for Pro users if you're interested in that, so please do check those out too and give Chi2Box a try. I myself have been using it for years and I'm really happy with the way that the software slices the files, and it works perfectly with my machines and for my needs. After cleaning up the parts with the excess resin from the printing process, they came out perfectly. They needed a small amount of sanding to get rid of a couple of minuscule layer lines and also of course some supports on the back, but that was easily taken care of in a matter of seconds before moving it all into the spray booth for some primer and color. The primer that I'm using is from Mr. Hobby and is available in the TSMC webshop. If you are interested, I will of course be leaving a link in the description down below. Fully honest, the TSMC webshop is my webshop, and if you shop there, you support the channel directly, which is much appreciated. Now of course, these products I'm using here are products I stand behind and I really like using. I've recently started to indulge a bit more into some Mr. Hobby paints, as I've heard really good stuff about it, and I have not been disappointed so far. The primer works really great. All the various colors that I've tried so far cover really easily and have a super nice metallic finish, like the flat black, also some other colors, flat and smooth finish, which looks great on your models. It sprays really easily, needs a little bit of thinning, so you get a lot more of paints out of one bottle if you thin it down, and then sprays on super nice and dries incredibly fast. For the interior, I decided to go back to my old faithful Saddle Tan from Zero Paints. Now I might have used this color a bit too much, but to be very honest, this is pretty much the best color for an interior in my opinion, and that's why I'm using it kind of a lot, because I really like it, and I think it would look really cool with the blue of the exterior. The main floor pan needs a lot of carpeting, at least most of the floor pan has coverage with carpet, so I decided to try out some spray cans from Mr. Hobby, which are again on the TSMC webshop. available for sale. If you want to support the channel, shop there, support yourself with some nice products, and help the channel out. Now, with that plug out of the way, after I applied the paint with the spray can, when it was still fully wet, I quickly covered it with some flocking. This is a light gray flocking. Most of this will be removed and therefore get toned down a bit due to the black paint underneath, and give it a bit more of an Audi Volkswagen-ish carpet look, which isn't always fully black, but a little bit anthracite light gray-ish. And while that is curing, I moved on to adding some details and additional colors to some other parts for the interior. Some of them were sprayed in the saddle tan, but did need a little bit of black here and there, maybe some silver, and also some of the other parts which were black needed some silver and other accents here and there before I could start some assembly, and also adding a ton of decals which came with the Alpha model kit to bring this interior to the next level. For assembling all of these parts, since it is a variety of metal and resin, I'm just using some Bob Smith Industries Super Gold Plus. This is a CA glue, or otherwise known as a super glue, which dries really quickly and holds the parts together nice and tightly. So in between some of the assembly stages, I'm applying some decals as well, because it's a lot easier to apply the decals when the parts are in place. But to do that, some other parts do not need to be in place, which gives me more room. So here and there, after some assembly, I'm going to be applying some decals too. The dashboard is now completed, so I could move on to the door panels. Now, some of the inserts were painted with a silver titanium paint, as you could see at the beginning of the video, the same one that I used for the wheels. And after I did that, I figured out that on the decal sheet there were some carbon fiber decals included too for these door panels, along with some panels on the dashboard. And I figured there's quite a lot of silver on it, and silver looks a little bit boring and base spec to me, so more carbon fiber it is, of course. According to the instructions from Alpha Model, I believe that these photo etch pieces for the stereo need to be painted black. I don't really like the look of them in black. I like them in silver, as it gives a bit more of an exclusive look and an upgraded sound system vibe to me, if you're asking. Same in some of the Mercedes stuff with the Burmester. All of the speakers and the grills surrounding it are in a silver mesh, and I kind of like that look, so I decided not to paint them at all, but just leave them in the bare metal photo etch metal and stick them in place that way. After finishing off all of these smaller sub-assemblies, it could all be glued together and some pieces temporarily put together with the rest of the interior to give you an overall look. But the seats and the back seat were glued in place, same with the center console, and then the dashboard and door panels were just held in place by friction, as these need to be glued into the body and not onto the interior tub, so to speak. So it's just for an illustration to see the completed interior and how it all looks together, and not the actual assembly process that is needed. So I just also test fitted it into the body to see how it looks with the blue, and I kind of like it, so I hope you do too. And if you don't, let me know down in the comments what I should do differently, and maybe some accents on the exterior that would help.